Come here. Yeah, come on, you goofus. Oh, hi. Yes, hi, mister. Oh, oh. Hey guys, welcome back. I do have to apologize. I thought I had some more video from Washington. Apparently I got lost somewhere. I do remember deleting a little bit of stuff, just trying to make some room somewhere, and I might have deleted some Washington stuff by mistake. I do apologize for that. The Sauk River, which was the river I wanted to look at next, is a really fun river to run. I'm gonna go take a look through some YouTube stuff, see if I can find a nice video of a few of the rapids I want to talk about and break down for you guys. But until then, I'm jumping over to my time in Utah on this video here, and I want to talk about Hell's Half Mile. This was on a section of river called the Green. Yeah. Hell's Half Mile is located on a section of the Green River called Gates of Lodore, and it actually gets its name due to Powell and his expedition having to portage their boats around. The rapid itself is a pretty big rapid. It is technical, but I want to break it down here for you guys a little bit. I know that this has helped out some people in the past before, and I want to break it down a little bit just in case anyone's wanting to run the Gates of Lodore. Again, it is a really awesome and fun section to run. So I got two videos for you guys in this one. First one is with oars. I'm actually running a gearboat in this one. So it's just me in the boat. And the second video will be me in a cataract. Last year in the 2020 season, I ran it right at the end of the season, and it was an awesome time. I actually had a cataract at the time, and it was a really fast and maneuverable boat. Fast and maneuverable boat. English for me right now. Been staying up a little too late lately. Anyway, I'm gonna jump into it. The first thing to note is, when you're at Hell's Half Mile, because you'll see all the rocks sitting in the river right there. There is a scout for this if you're paying attention to your map, and you can actually walk along the left side bank here. You can kind of see just about where the trail goes there in the trees. And you can walk along that to see the entirety of the upper portion of Hell's Half Mile here. All the big stuff in there. And that could be, both it's a double-edged sword basically, or double-edged blade, that good old analogy, where you can see the top half of the rapid and you can kind of see the bottom of the rapid too. But a lot of people tend to focus on this top half too much, and they don't focus on the bottom half enough. And we'll see that later on. I actually do get this boat stuck. This boat here in this video is an 18-footer. Again, it's just me and a whole bunch of gear. So we're gonna roll it here. So right here, you can kind of see how the water is channeling right down into the rocks here. It's a nice spot to really get a good look at it. You have to be quick on this spot right here. Stand up in your boat, take a look at it, get a real familiar with where those rocks are. There's a hidden one just in the water down there. That's the one you want to avoid. And here's another good look at kind of the direction of travel you want to take. There's this big rock outcropping here on the left side, and you can see the white water itself. There's the waves going through from left to right here. Again, there's a little tiny rock hidden in the rapid down there, and you can see the rest of the boat's already down there. They've cleared it, but behind all this stuff, behind this rock here on the left, and a little ways down, there's a rock called Lucifer. I've started just calling it Lulu or good old Louie or Lucy, either way. But it's a big rock you want to look out for. It's one of the more well-known rocks anyway. Below that, there's one called Huggy Bear as well, and that one sticks a lot of boats. But I'll point that out as we go further in here. Again, you can see the tongue of the water kind of channeling out. You can see that I'm starting to point my boat, the nose of my boat, towards the right, and kind of in preparation to start pushing my way across back to the right side of the river there. There's that hidden rock right there, so you don't want to be too far hugging this big boulder here. You want to stay a little bit more to the left side, kind of following the wave train here as you're going through. Past that rock, the hidden rock, and now we're into this big wave train here. This can be a little deceiving here because there's a lot of stuff, lots of stuff going on. There's just kind of this big crashing wave, almost a hole here where on my left side, there's some more pour over rocks on the right side. And then just below this big rock, kind of at the end of this eddy here, is Lucifer. You can kind of see the tip of it sticking out. The water's curling off of it a little bit. Lucifer, it lives up to its name. There is a video out there of an oars boat getting stuck. It's not me. You know, you can't really be too harsh on the people who did get stuck there. It happens. You know, I've been stuck on rocks a lot. I actually get stuck on a rock in this video. So hey. On Lucifer though, you want to do your best to push to the right side of Lucifer and come around and back to the left here a little bit. There is a path you can get to on the right side, and I had to take that one time with people in my boat actually on that run, and I was definitely scared, intense. Found the line and managed to get through it somehow. Didn't get stuck, but I did have to rock bounce my way down. But stay to the right side of Lucifer there and work your way back to the left a little bit. So there's a better look at Lucifer and the big hole that forms behind it. It doesn't look very big from the upstream side, but if you scout it from the bank, it's impressive. And then looking at it downstream, you know, it's not something you really want to go over sideways at all. Another thing to point out as well, you get all these other little buried rocks in here. So once you get past Lucifer, sure you can take a breath, but don't take a long breath because you got a whole bunch of stuff in the river you got to dodge around yet. Here you can see some more rocks in the river. This kind of square one right there, that's Huggy Bear. And I've seen a couple of boats bang off of that before. So that's why I said, you know, don't get too complacent once you get past Lucifer there, because you got Huggy Bear to contend with. And that being said, as well, over here on the right, you can kind of see where the right side channel is if you ever get pushed to the right side. Like I said, I got there one time, managed to slide right through that. You do have to rock bounce a little bit, but that's all right. So I'm gonna kind of skim right past Huggy Bear, kind of nudged it with the nose of my boat, but you know, just pushing my way back up. And here's a nice downstream view of the rapid. This big pour right there, that is Lucifer. As you can tell, definitely not something you want to hit sideways. But that's the downstream view of it. Well, people think of like the biggest part of the rapid, and it is the biggest part of the rapid. That's got the most technical moves in there. But as I stated before, don't get too complacent once you get past this, because there's a whole bunch of little rocks that can really, mess up your day as you're going down here. And I'll play the video here a little bit. Here you can see the rocks again, just downstream. Kind of where my fellow guide was headed, you'll see another rock right there in the river. There's lots of rocks down here, as you can tell. But this rock, I was aiming to go right up, tuck behind it, and go back to the left. And it worked out on my first run, not so much on this run. I got stuck just below it, I believe. So you definitely have to keep your eyes open and watch what you're doing when you're going through Lucifer here, or through Hell's Half Mile, excuse me. Like I said before, you know, the upper part there, that's the big stuff. That's what people are worried about. But you really do have to get worried about this lower part too, because you get caught on one of those rocks, and it could, you know, depending on where you're on the river, you might not be able to get a line to the boat. And some of these rocks are good spots to pin a boat. Yeah, as you kind of heard me say in the video, that was not where I wanted to be. Now I am basically pinned, or I wouldn't say pinned, but I'm on top of a rock. With an 18-footer. Working my way off of it, you know, just slight shuffle and I'm gone. But you can tell all these little rocks in there, they're grabbers. They're going to grab you and kind of hold you there if you're not careful. What is nice about this whole section though is once you get down here to the corner, if you can see those other yellow boats down there, that's the other boats in my party and my group there. All the other guides, there is kind of a nice grouping together area, or group up area down there. So if something does happen, you can always stop there. You know, look back upstream if a member of your group is in trouble, or if you just want to group back up. It's an awesome spot to stop there and get everything back together and make a game plan. Or if you have to fix something, in this event we actually stopped there for lunch, so that's a nice lunch spot right there. But it's just a nice spot to be around. Alright, this next clip has me in a cataract going down Hell's Half Mile here. Again, this cataract was only a 14-footer, and it was just me, my gear, so really maneuverable, really light. On kind of that note, I was in the lead of my group at the time, kind of getting down there to take some photos, and I basically ran this rapid blind. I kind of knew what was happening, and other than that, I just ran it blind. So here's me running it blind. For starters, I'm standing up here, or just about to sit down, either way, trying to get a good perch to see what's going on down in the rapid there, so I can kind of expect to, what I'm getting into a little bit. As I said before, if you can't scout, standing up, getting to a higher vantage point in a boat, just so you can see up and over stuff is a really awesome way to get a nice look at the rapid. People use it more in like read and run environments, kind of like what I'm doing here. Like I said, completely blind running this, or almost completely blind running this. But just sat back down after taking a quick look at it. I did want to point out that this run and the run before this were just about the same water level, so that 1200 to 1800 CFS. This section of the green is actually dam controlled, so it fluctuates quite a bit, or throughout the day anyway, but it usually stays about the same level of water for extended period of time. So you won't get those heavy drop-offs that we do on undammed rivers, although this past year they did have a rather terrible start to the year. And that's kind of how I hooked up with oars. They were just looking for some extra people to spread their gear out around a little bit. But again, same water level, or just about the same water level as before. Here you can see that curve in the water again. Again, I'm angling my boat to the right there a little bit, just so I'm ready to push when I have to, or when I get to there. There's that rock again. You want to go to the left of that guy. It's kind of the marker rock. There's good old Lucifer. And here I'm bringing myself back to the left a little bit. Get around Huggy Bear. So this is actually say maybe just a little bit higher than last time. Huggy Bear, which is this rock here, is actually under the water, whereas on the oars video it was out of the water. So this might just be a little bit higher water level. But overall, not a bad run. So that was a breakdown of Hell's Half Mile. In these next few videos coming up in the next weeks, I'm going to be moving further up on the Green River, on the Gates of Lodore section here, going over Triplet and Disaster Falls. Awesome rapids. Might have some scary names, but I'm breaking it down there a little bit for you guys, just to show you how to run it, how to expect, or what to expect going into it if you guys ever do run the Gates of Lodore section, or if you're just interested in running it at all. Again, if you guys enjoy this stuff, please give it a thumbs up. I like to get out there on rapids, like to do stuff like this. I'll break down any rapid I can, especially if I've been on there myself. Just awesome. If you guys have any questions or comments, please leave them down there in the comment section. I love reading over them. I love answering questions. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.